We're going to get started here. I want to welcome everybody to the call. It's going to be an abbreviated call tonight because I am doing this from my apartment in Nairobi or in Westlands, and I don't have all. Obviously, when I came, I didn't bring all the stuff that I usually have at my fingertips when I'm doing it from my home. For the people who have been on my, or actually the people that are the first time coming on here. The reason I do this call every single week is because we want to have a community. We want to have a family atmosphere. We want everybody to get to know each other, support each other, because network marketing, you know, there's good times and there's bad. I mean, you have days when you talk to 5 people and they all enroll. There's days when you talk to 20 people and none of them do. So you need kind of a group mentality, a support system. So again, that's the major reason we do this, and for communication. You know, there's so many things happening. If a network marketing company is really good, there's a lot of things happening and you want to keep everybody up to date. Well, My Daily Choice is certainly that. And we have just a constant flow of information coming all the time. So between this call and the fact that, you know, Jody Levanway sends out messages to all the support groups every night, you are kept up to date. You know what's coming up. You know if there's specials. You know if there's any special meetings coming up, any Zoom calls that you want to attend. Everything is you'll need to keep yourself up to date and ready to go. So that's a major reason we do this. Now, I usually go through quite a lot here, but I'm going to go through this fairly quickly. For those who are new, you can reach out to me on my own phone. My personal phone number is a +1 802-343 9075. That's the +1 802-343 9075. You can basically don't just try calling me, because I'm on Zoom calls or meetings all the time. So if you want to speak to me, I'm more than happy to speak to you, but you will need to reach out on either WhatsApp or Telegram or you know, Facebook Messenger or something, and tell me that you'd like to meet with me, and we can schedule a time so I can give you my full undivided attention. Okay, but if you just call me, you could very well catch me while I'm doing something else and I won't be able to pick up. So just keep that in mind. Also, speaking of Facebook Messenger, you're more than welcome to join my Facebook page. My Facebook address is dalefranklin.378. That's dalefranklin.378. So feel free to join my Facebook group, my address, and then you can speak to me through Messenger. We can chat that way too. So keep all that in mind. What I'm going to do next, as I usually do, is I'm going to share my screen. And hopefully things are going to come together here. Right there. There we go. This is a website that another one of my associates, Barbara Jones now. She put this together for me. For you guys, what this is a piece of reference material for you. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think you guys use this as much as you should, because some of the questions I get asked quite regularly about our products are all explained here and you can get the information very easily. You know, this basically has who is Dale? If you want to know more about me, you can certainly go there. We have the opportunity blog, which is right here, which kind of keeps you up to date on what's going on. So you can stay up to date by coming here. We have products, you know, and as I said, like for instance, Fuel Factor X, which is one of the big products here in Africa. If you click on that, internet's a little slow here. You have again, you have the Fuel Factor X logo, which is downloading here. You have a very short video that you can use as a peaking video. So when you're reaching out to friends that you think might be interested, take that short peeking video and send it to them. People love videos. People, they might not want to read something, but they'll certainly watch a short video. And this is a minute and 38 seconds long, and it works. So it gets people excited. So that's one thing you could use when you're reaching out to people to get their attention. Then we have a full opportunity presentation here that you can watch. We have our slideshows, which you can download the whole slideshow and you can do presentations using these. Everything's there. You just need to walk through it a few times, get used to what it says, and then you can present this to your friends, associates, business partners, whatever you want to talk to. This is all right here. Then you can go down a little further, and you got frequently asked questions, which is you should use that kind of as a Bible, because there are some questions that get asked all the time. Then we have some live, I should say live, recorded testimonials, video testimonials that talk about the product and what it's done for different people. And then you come down here. Now, if you got people that are you're trying to sell to from a commercial standpoint, people that own trucking companies, bus companies, whatever it might be, safari companies, whatever you got, they may want to ask some specific questions. And if they do, you come here and you can scroll down this white paper, and there's all kinds of information here on how the product works. You can come down a little further. You got the diesel fuel specification test, which can give you a lot more information about that with some real good numbers. A lot of your more technical guys are going to like this. You can come down here to our material safety data sheets that are done by the U.S. government and tell you all about that, as far as what the safety ramifications of using it, storing it, and all types of stuff. Then you can come down here. This is called a carbon mass balance test. It basically, this is an expensive test. It costs about $25,000 to $30,000 every time they do this test, and it basically tests it knows what the fuel is going in. It tests the fuel going in. It tests the exhaust coming out, and the machines that they use for this can tell you how efficient it's helping your engine. It can tell you how much it has reduced the waste or the pollution coming out. Again, a lot of important information here that some of your truckers, your construction people, and people like that will want to know. So again, lots and lots of information here, and I just don't think we take advantage of this as much as we should, because I get asked so many times certain questions that, by the time you ask me the question, you've already been asked the question by a customer, and if you don't know the answer and you kind of hemmed and hawed with it, you've lost a little bit of your credibility. There's nothing like knowing the answer to some of these questions before you actually go out and talk to a commercial account. In fact, they'll weigh that heavily. So if they'll ask you 2 or 3 questions and you answer them and know the answer, they'll let it drop there, because they look at you as an expert. But if they ask you a couple questions, you don't know the answers to it, then they'll start asking more and more and more questions. They're going to probe you to see how much you know. And if you don't know much about what you're trying to sell, especially to a fleet account or something like that, you've lost their respect. You've lost the ability to sell them something, because they don't want to buy something that you're telling them is great, but you don't seem to know what you're talking about. So again, you want to come in here, familiarize yourself, just so sometimes you can say, if they ask you a question, I don't know the answer to that, but I know where I can get it, and then you can come here and get it for them, and then get back to them. They'll forgive you if you don't know 1 or 2 of the answers, as long as you get back to them. But if they ask you, a half dozen questions, you don't know the answer to any of them, then you've as good as lost that customer. So again, just another way to help you guys. Then connections is, as I also say, is the most important part of this. This is the place where you can go and get your people, your new people. And we're signing up a lot of new people now. So you need to get them connected. Okay. I can't emphasize this enough. guys, you can't sign people up, pat yourself on the back, and move on to the next person you want to sign up. You have got to give these new affiliates a good starting point. You've got to get them onto a Monday with Dale call. You got to get them so they can see what I'm showing you right now. You need to get them to maybe a Thursday opportunity presentation by Chris and I, which I might point out this Thursday, because Chris has a doctor's appointment and I'll be traveling that day. We will not have one this Thursday, so there'll be notifications going out, but I do want to mention that now. But again, you need to tie them into that, get them in here so that they know how to get in and tie themselves into our Telegram groups, our WhatsApp groups, our Facebook groups. So when you're not available and they want to have answers to questions, they have a place they can go. They can ask the questions. They can get the answers they need. They can get to chat with individuals within the groups, get to know them, and again, feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. You know, when you're out there trying to sell stuff by yourself, it's a scary world. You know, you need a support team. You need people that you can commiserate with if you have a bad day, and that's why this is so important. So I hope you guys really weigh what I do here is trying to set your team up with this. The moment you can get your people connected, the moment you can get them to get to the back office here and see where the training is, so they can learn about the comp plan, they can learn about how to build using relationship mapping, all the things that we train on all the time, and I try to make very available to you. You really need to get your people there. Once you give your people, your true entrepreneurs, once you give them the information that they need, the information that they'll require to succeed, then you're more of a mentor. You're more of a referral service. They'll check with you and ask you for certain things, and but they'll be able to do it on their own along with the groups that they're part of. So again, you can join my join my email list. Okay, we are using that right now to send out some of our updates. So you want to be on that. We have chats on Telegram. If you have never been a member of Telegram, because I know a lot of Africans are usually on WhatsApp, Telegram is similar to WhatsApp. And right here, where my cursor is, you can see that it says Telegram application. You can click on that. It'll take you to a place where you can download it, or you can just go to your, download it to your phone using your app store. And then once you've joined Telegram, you can click on there and chat with me, or you can come here and join my Dale Franklin Network Telegram channel to keep up to date on the news. You can join the My Daily Choice latest news channel, which is right through corporate. You can join the new fun chat on Telegram, which is a huge bunch of our team all in one group. The Freedom Unified Network is what FUN stands for. And again, we have tremendous amount of information there and support and training. So again, this is a way to get your people to the places they need to be. Then of course, for Africa, many people use WhatsApp. There you can click on WhatsApp there. You can join certain information funnels like Dale's information funnel, MDC Africa 2.0, Special Africa Notices. These are just some of the ones you can use to stay in connection with people just like yourself that are either just getting started or people that are veterans, have been in it for a while, and will certainly help you. Then, of course, you can click on right here on Facebook and join my Facebook profile, and you can also join Facebook groups right here. There's a lot of Facebook groups. We have the Fun Network has a business opportunity, a House of Brands, a training group, Team We, which is Chris Bailey, who does the opportunity presentation with me every Thursday. That's his team. So there's a lot of information there. We have the Win Testimonials and Win Network. That's from a group that stems from Chris Robinson, who's basically the original. He was the original affiliate, the first affiliate with this company. So he's all our uplines. Where you see the Win Testimonials, that's going to be full of all kinds of written and recordings of testimonials, people telling you how well certain products have worked for them. They're very people trust video. They trust the fact that they can feel the emotion of people when they're telling about how they use a product of ours and how well it worked for them. So very important. I'm going to skip YouTube just for a second. I'm going to come down here to Zoom meetings. So you see the highlights here for the African market. The African market, nothing changed. The times are still the same, but for the U.S. markets, it has, for anything that I'm presenting to you, we start an hour later. Okay, so by us starting an hour later because of our time change, you guys keep the same time you have right now. But so again, if some of these might be different if they haven't changed them yet, so just kind of be aware that you might want to double check and see like the Fund Power Push if this is set to the new timeframes or not. Being here, I'm not sure if it is. But again, the Fund Power Push, that's 30 minutes of specific activities to help you build your business. 5 minutes here doing maybe friending people on Facebook, and then 5 minutes following up with people that's already friended you on Facebook, and so on and so on. So it kind of, if you hit this every time it comes on, it kind of forces you to put that 30 minutes into your business that you might not do. So again, that's Fund Power Push, and that comes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have every Monday at 1 p.m. Josh Swagel, the owner of the company, he does a full meeting that tells people about what's been going on for the previous week and keeps you up to date on what's going on. Then at 2 p.m., that's when I has for up until this week, it's always been 1 p.m., but now we're on the new time change. So it's 2 p.m. for us, and then everybody else stays the same. That's my Monday with Dale. That's this call right here. You can see as you're going through these that there's addresses, links you can click on. There's passwords in case you need them. And then a lot of this stuff, we record so much of this. So if you see something like the next one, the Freedom Unified Network Monday onboarding training, it's phenomenal training, guys. But as you can see, for like Kenya, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, South Africa, 3 o'clock in the morning, and so on. If you don't want to get that early, most people probably don't, then we record this, you can get it and play it back whenever it's comfortable for you. Wednesdays, again, is Power Push. Thursdays, as I just said, we're not going to have it this Thursday, but we normally have a Fuel Factor X presentation by Chris Bailey and myself. Guys, this makes it easy for you. All you have to do is invite your people to the call. That's all you have to become, is a master inviter. Invite as many people to the call. Don't come on the call by yourself. I jokingly tell people here, when you come back to the office, your ticket is bringing a guest. And it's not, if you bring a guest and they sign and they enroll, then you just helped yourself immensely. So don't ever show up at a presentation by yourself. Make sure you've taken the time to invite. Set some time aside on Wednesday or maybe Thursday morning or whenever to invite people to this call. And again, people that come to this call, some are going to become affiliates, probably about 20%. About 40% are going to become customers. If they're an affiliate or a customer, you're going to make money, and that's great. If they become if they say they're not interested, then if you politely explain to them what you're looking for, an entrepreneurial people that are always working 3-4 different jobs, people that are looking for a better life, ask them if they know anybody like that. Tell them if they give the names to you, you will treat them with same respect and dignity that you have given them, and make them feel comfortable about it. And they'll give you names, so you'll have more names to talk to. Okay. I have never done a presentation and had somebody say no who did not give me a referral. So if you do it right, there's a whole group of people that are being referred to you that you might not have known otherwise, which just expands your circle of influence and gives you a better chance at expanding your business. So that's that. Then let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is your launch party for who puts that on? Jermaine puts that on. It's a launch party every Thursday. Once again, for the African market, it's very, very early in the morning. You're more welcome to come, but they do videotape this. Then on, let's see, Fridays, we have another power push. And then on Saturdays, we have our, one Saturday a month, we have our Super Saturday. It's 90 minutes long. It's filled with MDC leaders and some of the top affiliates in our company. You get to hear from different perspectives, from different people. Most of the time, people they're speaking, get 10, 12 minutes each. So you're gonna, it's fast tempo. It's a lot of information. If one person doesn't quite fit what you want, the next person probably will. So you just get a lot of different perspective. The next one is going to be Saturday, April 8th at 2 p.m. USA time, 9 p.m. Kenya time, and so forth. There's the link and the password, and you certainly want to come to that, because I have never had anyone go to a Super Saturday and tell me they wish they hadn't, because they always learn something or it helps fire them up. Now we're going to go back here real quick to the YouTube. This is, to me, one of the most powerful things you can get right here, because first of all, if you go to just videos, there is over 200 videos here, okay, that we've been doing for the last 2.5, 3 years. There's everything from there's opportunity presentations in here. There is trainings. There is interviews with some of the top leaders. All kinds of stuff, places you can go and get more information. Now, obviously, maybe you don't want to go through 200 videos. So what we do is we come here to playlists, and playlist breaks it down. Let me get that out of my way a little bit. This breaks it down so you have, training videos, videos with Spanish subtitles, opportunity presentations. Come down further, you got the comp plan, training on that. Chris Bailey special presentations, French subtitles, all the Mondays with Dale, Dale's guest appearances, and over here, Ukrainian subtitles, Swahili subtitles. And while I'm on that, let me tell you, we now in our office here in Kenya, we have a small room that's for recording, and we have extra special lighting. We have everything for editing, and they are making we're making special videos that you can come in, you can either work with some of the people that are already doing them or do them yourselves. We can record you. You can then put them on Facebook. You can put them on wherever you want to send them. You'll have them. But we're going to have professional videos that you can make and use, just coming to our office and asking for help. Okay. So, and why that Swahili made me think of that is we have several people that are doing them in Swahili and in other dialects, African dialects. So if you have a area you want to go into where most of the people in that area don't necessarily speak full English, or feel more comfortable listening to a presentation in a different language, we're gonna have those. We already have some of them. We have I know we have one lady who's doing them, and she does a phenomenal job. She is very, very impressive. So guys, you want to keep that in mind. Now the next thing I want to show you here is, if you come here to the first part where it says starter set and view the full playlist, there is 8 videos in here. Now guys, if what I'm doing now when I have new people is, besides my normal training, I send them this whole 8 videos thing along with my dalefranklin.net and dalefranklin.net/FFX. So they have that on the about the fuel factor. But by doing that, if they for some reason don't have the ability to get on my calls, or for whatever reason maybe do not want to, or if I'm away and they need training, whatever the situation is, they can come here and they're going to be able to really help themselves. We have Chris Bailey doing a full opportunity presentation, which kind of encompasses all of our products that we sell around the world. Then you have the FFX presentation, which is one of a copy of one of the ones Chris Bailey and myself did, talking about the FFX. If you haven't seen one of those yet, I talk about the product. Chris talks about the opportunity. Then we have the intro to CashX. We have a lady that does a pretty good training on that, explains it. And that's just one place, of course, you can go. We have a lot of other places for additional information on it. We have High Life Travel Overview. Aaron does a fantastic job of showing you how these prepaid travel savings works, and how you can market them and take advantage of letting your friends and people you know benefit from savings while helping you make some money. It's a win-win, because the way we show it to people, we may be able to show them sometimes a $400 or $500 savings that they could have just by buying a $199 kit, and they could save the $400 and still have like $1,100 left for their next trip. And the savings points never expire, so it's a great way to do things. Then the next one's a back office. Is the training I did on the back office. That changes often enough, so I'll probably, when I get home, I'm gonna have to do another one. But it's very in-depth training on how to use your website, how to send your customers to a website, how to optimize it for them, and then how to go into your back office and how to get all the information you need to be the best you can be at this business. Then the next one, relationship mapping training. That is a 33-minute training on how to build your business, connecting all your friends on Facebook, so you have friends working with friends. When you have friends working with friends, if somebody gets discouraged after a couple bad days, they're less likely to leave or to take some time off if they're working with a bunch of people they know, love, and respect. So it's a great training for that. And then we have compensation training, both a beginner compensation training that gives you a general overview, and then the advanced one, which basically teaches you how to maximize your income and your downline's income, so that everybody can make as much money as possible. And he has some great ideas there. So again, this, if you have people that they're just starting out, take this whole thing, save the whole thing, send it to them. And this will make a huge difference, because they'll just feel more comfortable knowing that not just that they know they can learn the information, but they know where they can go to get the information. Okay. So let me stop share there. So I hope that all helps. And I know for a lot of you, you've seen that many times, and you're probably sick of looking at it. But I tell you, if you're like me, I get something, even when I'm training on this, I see something new each time I look at some of these videos, and it helps. Going from there, I noticed this week when I was working with people here in Nairobi and Westlands, that I've gotten a few of the same questions over and over again. When I ask people how they're doing with the business, one of the first things they'll say is, I've talked to a lot of people in there, and they're afraid to use our FFX. They're afraid that it could damage their engine. Okay. And you got to remember, sometimes that's just an excuse. They just don't want to buy, and they don't know what else to tell you. But on the flip side, this is what you tell them. Okay. And you can tell it to them with confidence. We have this product. Okay. FFX, under the different names it's been on over the years, FFX is now owned by My Daily Choice. We have the exclusive rights to it. But the product's been around for 25 years. In 25 years, there has never been a claim against this product. Okay. If there was ever a claim, the procedure would be, you thought there was something wrong with your motor because of this product, you take it to your mechanic. Your mechanic would look it all over and see if he agreed. If he agreed and you wanted to file a claim, you could file a claim, and then we'd have an independent, another shop, independent, take a look at it to confirm. And then at that point in time, it would be turned over to our insurance company. We have an insurance company with a multi-million-dollar insurance policy against anything like this, so that people always feel comfortable that they would be covered. But as I said, in over 25 years of being in business, we have never had a claim against this company for engine damage for the FFX. So you can feel very comfortable telling people that. And I think that's why I emphasize the fact, go into my dalefranklin.net, go into dalefranklin.net/FFX, read all that, know it, so that when people ask it, you're not stammering and stuttering. You can look them right in the eye and go, no, that's not going to happen. Now, I will tell you, the reason people say that so much in Africa and a few other places is because they have heard about a tablet. Okay, the Chinese put out this tablet, it's about that big around, and they tell you to put it in your fuel tank and it'll help you save on fuel. Well, I've been in the mechanical business and tire and automotive service business for a long time, and I'll tell you, you don't put solid products into your fuel. Will they dissolve? Most of the time, yes, but enough times they don't dissolve all the way, so they end up plugging your fuel filter if you're lucky. And if they don't plug the fuel filter, then they get into the injectors. They can gum up the injectors, and they can cost you a lot of money. Now, I'll tell you the thing about this Chinese company with these tablets. They come out about every 3 years. They push their product hard. They sell a lot of it. People try it. They start getting in trouble because people are starting to have trouble with their cars from it. And then they basically the government starts coming down on them, and they leave. They disappear. They're gone overnight. They'll go home. They'll change their name over the next 6 months to a year, and they'll come right back with the same product, with a new name, and do the exact same thing. Okay, that's one thing that people are familiar with. Another thing is the Chinese one Chinese manufacturer has also tried to kind of rip off our FFX and sell it. And what they're doing is they don't have the ingredients ours has in it, so they're not going to be anywhere near as efficient. They don't have our organometallic compound, which is the core to our product. And they'll turn around and they'll start selling it, make it look like it's the same, relatively the same foil pack, same bottle, same everything. And they'll sell it cheaper because they didn't put much into it. And it's basically garbage. But that for the people who experience the foil pack, the pill, or the Chinese brand of basically trying to mimic us and seeing how poorly it works, that leaves a bad taste in people's mouth. But when you let them know that ours being been around for 25 years, never had a claim, made in the United States, shipped from the United States, people around the world respect stuff that's manufactured in the United States. So you need to tell them those type of things. So that's one of the common things that I have heard while I've been here this week, and I think more and more people are finally understanding it. It's funny because there's two types of people when it comes to that kind of a problem. I've had people that the moment they have one person say, "Oh, I'm afraid it's going to hurt my engine," they go, "Oh my!" They haven't read anything, they haven't watched anything, they haven't been in our groups, and they start doubting themselves. Oh, maybe it can damage engines. Maybe I am going to lose a friend out of this, and they get real negative on themselves. And then there's the other type, the ones that come into me and say, "Hey, this is what I was asked. Can you help explain it to me? Because I believe that the product is good, but I want to know how to answer that." And so you tell them exactly what I just told you guys, and they go back. They feel comfortable because now they have the answer to it, and it's amazing the difference in mindset. And I also noticed that the mindset also has to do with kind of, if you are struggling financially, you tend to automatically go to the negative thoughts. Some of the people that just wanted the answer so they could answer it are people who aren't afraid to go after big fleets, go after construction companies, go after whatever they so desire as far as big accounts. Okay, they just want the information correct, so when they talk to the customer, they can be confident when they answer it. As I said earlier, if you don't answer, if you hem and haw when people ask you questions, it's going to create self-doubt in you, and they'll ask more and more questions. But if you have the answers right there, or you know where to look for them, and prove that to your customers, so they now look at you as an expert, they'll just start believing what you're saying, because now they've made the assumption that you are an expert in your field, which you should be. So that's that. Another thing I just want to point out about FFX that we don't speak about enough. I've had a lot of people ask me about using it in propane or type tanks and things like that, so that and what that would do. Well, number one, that you can absolutely use it in a propane tank. You want to wait until your propane tank is empty, and you will have to get some sort of a type syringe or something so that you can push down on the ball on the empty tank and squirt it in before you fill it up with propane. And that'll work great. What it also helps you is, in Africa, especially, I know a lot of people use cook inside their house with propane. Some even do it with like other fuels and like paraffin and things like that. And you get a lot of people that are having respiratory problems. Well, remember, our product, when it burns, it because of what it does in the process, it's going to reduce the amount of emissions coming out of that gas, and it's going to allow there to be basically less pollutants in the air in your home. And so it's going to aid a lot for people that have respiratory problems. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let's see, what else have I got tonight here? Just giving you an update here a little bit. As I said, tonight's going to be shorter than normal because for two reasons. Number one, I don't have access to everything. Number two, I'm a little tired. But I want you to know we are enrolling some big networkers this week, and we've got big networkers waiting for us in Uganda. We got big networkers waiting for us in Tanzania, and also some big people that I've been talking to in South Africa. This is a great time to be in network marketing, especially with our company, because there's so many network marketing companies that struggled during the pandemic, especially in the African market and the South American market. And so many of them have pulled out, either pulled out or they're financially distressed. Maybe they're late on making the commission payments. A lot of big networkers look at the writing on the wall and say, I got to start looking for a new home. They've either been left alone and they're looking for a new home. They're still with the company they're with, but they see the cracks in what they're doing and are looking to find a replacement. And we have a company that's growing like crazy, done $500 million in business, plan to become $1 billion a year company within the next 24 months. Our owner wants to eventually be the biggest network marketing company in the world, outpacing Amway. If that happens, we're going to be at least at 9 billion. So when you have those kind of goals in a young family like Josh and Jenna that are trying to build a legitimate legacy for their children, you can build a legacy for your children while they're doing it. So again, I just want to bring your attention that we're signing a lot of experienced networkers, and they're bringing their teams with them. We're enrolling business people that come in and see the Fuel Factor X and think about what that could do for their fleets, and for maybe even friends of theirs that also have fleets. So they're making money off some of the other fleet companies, but they're also saving on themselves. If they don't do that, if they're saving money on fuel, think about it when they're doing a contract, when they're setting up contracts for shipping, and they know that they can get 20 cents better, 20% better fuel economy than the competition, it's going to be really easy for them to undercut and get those contracts. So that's super important. And then another thing that we're seeing a lot of is old MDC networkers coming back home. They left, obviously when we closed the offices down before and things like that. Some people left. They went to other companies, tried it, weren't really all that happy, missed us, and have come back. Just in the last 2 days, I think we've re-signed 3 or 4 people that I remember from several years ago that have come back, and they're tickled to death to be coming back to the fold. So let's see, I got one more piece of note here. What was that? Okay, I was just giving myself a couple reminders. Again, just another reminder about this Thursday. We won't be having our opportunity presentation this Thursday. I have to I'm doing a lot of traveling, so I have to be where I can be when I'm not traveling. I'm leaving. I'm leaving Thursday for Uganda. I'll be there until I think until Monday. I think then from there I go to Tanzania. I'm there until the 22nd. I come back to Kenya for 1 day, and then I'll be heading to South Africa for some time in Johannesburg, some time in Cape Town. So I'm looking forward to seeing all you at different places, getting to meet a lot of you in person that I've known for some time through this. And but again, because of the moving around, you're gonna have to realize that over the next 3 weeks, it's going to be a little hit and miss. And I'll keep everybody abreast of what's going on, but I might miss a Monday with Dale. I might miss a Thursday call. I might miss an inner circle meeting. So just bear with me. We'll get it all back in regular schedule when I get back home on April 5th. From then on. So last thing I want to point out is, for those who aren't aware, April 20th is the biggest sale that we have for the company every year. It's primarily based off of the CBD oil, because 420 is some sort of a holiday for marijuana. But in the last few years, the company, for the areas where they couldn't get sell CBD, they've always come up with a pretty good deal for you guys too. So you'd have a place to something to sell, something to celebrate with the rest of us. So keep that in mind. Start. We won't know what it is until just beforehand, but prepare your customers. Prepare your customers that you may have a special sale coming up on 420 or 421. And when that happens, we'll be reaching out to you, let you know what the deal is, and just be prepared, type of thing. Kind of build a little hype into it. So I guess that's all I got for tonight. I appreciate you all coming on. Again, I'm seeing so many of my old friends here in Kenya that it's been really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing some old friends in Uganda, making some new friends in Tanzania, because I have never been there before. And I can't wait to get to South Africa and work with all you too. So I want you to have a great night. Remember that I have no reason to do this business other than the fact that I want to see all of you succeed. I want to help you create a legacy for yourself, your children, and your grandchildren. So having said all that, thanks for coming on. Have a great night, and we'll see you again soon. So take care. Bye-bye.